Hello friends, let's derive the IUPAC name for the given compound. This compound is a hydrocarbon, that is a compound containing carbon and hydrogen only. So this hydrocarbon is what kind of hydrocarbon? A branch hydrocarbon. That is the chain. After at this point it becomes a branch. So in the branch hydrocarbon, we need to we need to name this hydrocarbon. So what are the steps to name this hydrocarbon? So first of all, when we need to analyze the chain, that is, we need to find out in the to name the hydrocarbon or the any organic compound, that is, we need to find first which is the main chain. Main chain has to be identified. Main chain. Then after this main chain and the side chain, that is the substituent. Main chain and substituent we need to identify. So the main chain, what are the ways we can find? That is, I can write with the highlighter, that is main chain. One way how it will be, that is straight like that it goes, and at this spot a branch is there, side chain is at this spot. Another way, what is the chain? The chain goes like this, that is the chain becomes like that it goes, and here at this spot the substituent is there. This spot is substituent, the side chain. Another one way, what is that? The chain goes like this, that is the chain goes like this, and here the substituent or the side chain is present here. So three possible ways of the chain we have identified from the given hydrocarbon. So when we check, that is this chain when we check this one, this is straight, then here the branch almost in the middle like that. So this, when we check that, how many carbon atoms we need to check? How many carbon atoms? So this only the first ways we have mentioned, that is 1 2 3 4. 4 carbon atoms are present at the chain. Here how many carbon atoms? 4 carbon atoms. This order, how many carbon atoms in the chain we need to check? That is, the chain goes like this. This way the chain goes. It starts from here and goes like that. So how many carbon atoms are there? 1 2 3 4. By this way also, total number of carbon atoms in the chain is 4. One more way we can classify the chain, we can arrange the chain, that is this order. So that is, it's this way the chain comes, or this way the chain. So here this will be the side chain, that only we have written here, that is this way. And here total number of carbon atoms, we can check that. If we check the total number, this is one carbon, 1 2 3 4 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms are there in this chain. Here 5 carbon atoms. Now which has to be taken as the main chain? We need to find out which is the main chain and which is the side chain. The main chain, the condition what is that? The chain has to be the longest. That is the chain has to be the longest. The chain has to be the longest and it has to be the continuous. Longest continuous chain only is considered as the main chain. Longest continuous chain. So which will be the longest continuous chain? This 5 only will be the correct. So this order only we need to select the main chain. So now after selecting the main chain, what has to be done? We need to number the carbon atoms in the main chain. So the main chain, this is the main chain, that is this order only is the main chain. This will be the substituent or side chain. So now this main chain we need to number the carbon atoms. So while we are numbering the carbon atoms, there will be a conflict because this is one end, this is another end. That is the top end, this is the bottom end. Where we can start numbering from the bottom end or from the top end. So there is a confusion. So while we are numbering, there is a rule we need to follow. What is that? That is the carbon atom containing the substituent or the side chain. Here where is the substituent? This is the substituent or the side chain. The side chain where it is attached, this carbon. In this carbon with the CH, the carbon which is mentioned as CH, this carbon only will, in this carbon only the substituent, the side chain will be attached. So the carbon, this carbon atom has to get the least number while we are numbering the carbon atoms. So now we can check from the top end. This is the first carbon, this is second, this is the third. So third carbon atom has a substituent or the side chain. Now let's check from the bottom end. 1, 2, 3. At the third carbon only the substituent. So both the ways at the third carbon atom, that is at the third carbon atom only, the branch is there, the substituent is there. The substituent is this CH3, this is the substituent, that is the side chain. It is present at the third carbon atom. So both the ways, from this end also the same carbon atom, that is third carbon atom only has a substituent. If we start from the top end also, the same carbon atom only has a substituent. Therefore we can follow any order. So I am writing from the top end. So this will be the first carbon, this is the first carbon, this is the second carbon, this is the third carbon, and this is the fourth carbon, and this is the fifth carbon. So the carbon atoms in the main chain are numbered, and we have identified the side chain, the substituent also. Now we can name the compound. While we are naming the compound, the rule we need to follow, what is that? The name must contain prefix, then root word, followed by suffix. The prefix denotes the number of, the prefix denotes the substituent. In fact, the prefix denotes the location of the substituent, and the name of the substituent. And the root word, it denotes the number of carbon atoms in the main chain, that is the parent chain. That is the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain or in the main chain. That will be the root word. And the suffix, it denotes the the type of the bond, whether it is a single bond or double bond or triple bond between the carbon to carbon atoms. In some cases, that is in the derivatives of hydrocarbon, the suffix denotes the functional group. But in the hydrocarbon, the suffix denotes the type of the bond present between the carbon atoms. So accordingly, the prefix first we need to write, that is the substituent and the location of the substituent. Let's check now. Where is the substituent? The substituent is at the third carbon atom. So the location of the substituent is third carbon atom. So we need to write the number 3. We need to write the number 3. That is 3 we need to mention. Then after writing the number, we need to mention a hyphen. So after mentioning the hyphen, we need to name the substituent. What's the substituent? CH3 group. This CH3 group is called by the term, it's a familiar one, that is methyl or methyl. Methyl group, that is from methane, one hydrogen atom is removed. It becomes alkyl group in general. Specifically, this will be methyl group. So this methyl, we can write it after 3. We can write the name, that is 3-methyl. 3-methyl. Now we have completed the prefix. Prefix is completed. The next one, the root word. The root word, we need to find the total number of carbon atoms in the main chain. The main chain total, how many carbon atoms? 5 carbon atoms. If it is 5, the root word will be pent. The root word is pent. If it is 1 carbon atom, it is meth. 2 carbon atoms, eth. 3 carbon atoms, prop. 4 carbon atoms, but. 5 carbon atoms, pent. So this will be pent. 5 carbon atoms. So this is pent. Pent. Then after writing the root word, we need to come to the suffix. The suffix denotes the type of bond between the carbon to carbon atoms. Between carbon to carbon atom, what kind of bond is present? Single bond. Single bond is present between the carbon atoms. So if it is a carbon to carbon single bond, the suffix will be ANE. The suffix will be ANE. So the name of the compound is 3-methyl pentane. The name of the compound is 3-methyl pentane. That is the IUPAC name for the given substance. 3-methyl pentane. That is 3-methyl pentane. 3-methyl pentane. That is the IUPAC name for this compound. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing.